Hey everybody, for today's video I'm going to show you how to apply Ah-Shí Beauty's Ultimate Liner. So for myself, I use it for my brows. It's long lasting, smudge proof, waterproof, and I think it works pretty well. I did my own test accidentally. I accidentally fell asleep with my eyebrows still on. I forgot I put makeup on that day. And in the morning, my eyebrows were still like super sharp, super clean, like they lasted all night. And that was my own proof, like, woo, this brow product is really good. So we're gonna grab an eyebrow brush, and it's just like this, small, flat, angled, and stiff. It has a little brow brush on the end. And we're going to pat the side of the product so that we can get product on the side, not on the tip. Well, that's kind of on the tip, but what I want to do is apply it as a straight line using the brush this way, not this way. I will recommend that you use a primer before you start doing your brows, because you don't want your brows to be locked in as you are doing them, but once you finish your look, your brows will look flawless. Next, you're going to want to draw your top line first. This just gives you a better outline on the shape of your brow. Next, I do the bottom portion of my brow. This comes after because this is simply an arc. This gives no definite shape of how my brows are going to turn out. So it's simple and the last puzzle piece before filling it in. Next, you'll want to fill it in, and you'll want the darkest part to be where the point is, and then you'll slowly fade it out into the beginning part of the brow. This is where you will blend it with the spool end of the brush. This is where the primer makes blending easy rather than have it locked in. Next, you'll want to use brow gel before you apply concealer. This is mainly for the people who have bushy eyebrows like me, and my brows tend to just come out of the outline that I set for them. Okay, now that we have both of our brows on, we're going to clean it up with concealer. The concealer is just used to clean up the brows. It does not mess with the faded look of the eyebrow or the natural look of the eyebrow. If you are only going to be using concealer, I recommend using a color closer to your shade. I will be doing a full face, so a lighter shade is okay. Next, you'll want to clean up the bottom portion of the brow. I use a different brush because the bottom is harder to shape, so I use a brush that is easier to handle. Here, I didn't use enough concealer, which is unusual of me because I tend to use a little bit more. The concealer that is used for the bottom portion of my brow gets dragged down to my eyelid. This is just because I don't want too much concealer on my eyelid because of creasing. If there's too much concealer on my eyelid, creasing happens, and that's already a no-no for hooded eyes. So just put a little bit more concealer if you want to use that trick, and drag it down and into the eyelid. Next, I'm going to drag down the leftover concealer into my eyelid so that it'll change the shade and the eyeshadow will pop more, but also limit the creasing with the limited amount of concealer. Then I'm going to blend on top of my brow so that there is not a harsh line of concealer. Next, you're going to want to blend the concealer up towards your brow in circular motions, just as I'm doing here in the video. Then the middle portion, and then you're going to want to go into your brow right there so that that faded look is still there, and as well as on top of your brow, try to get as close as you can to the brow. This just helps with a clean-cut faded look. Look at that brow. Don't forget your highlighter. Always highlight that brow bone, both sides. Ooh, those brows are looking good. And as well as your inner quarter, because why not? And there we go. Perfect brows. Remember to check out Ah-Shí Beauty on Instagram and Facebook. There you can see more pictures and videos of how her products work, as well as a link to her website. There you can find more of her products. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Love you. Have a good day.